Hey there, Williamsburg Baptist Church family. Thanks so much for taking time to listen to this short video. We're currently moving through stewardship season, and this is a time of year in the life of the church where we have an opportunity to take an honest and intentional look at where we are at in the life of this congregation. This last year has been hard in a couple of ways, financially speaking. We were, as you know, or probably know, we were receiving about $24,000 a year from Sprint for the cell tower in our spire, and they terminated the agreement back in February. Our endowment has also been weathering the roller coaster ride of the stock market this past year. Normally, our trustees are able to designate about $50,000 from that each year towards supporting our buildings and grounds, upkeep and maintenance, and so forth. But they've only been able to support us with about $25,000 this year. And so between Sprint and the endowment, we're expecting about $50,000 less in terms of income in the year ahead. And that's a big chunk of change for a small church like ours. And yet there are so many signs of positive life in our congregation. Attendance and membership is up, giving is up, and is actually more than we had anticipated for 2022. Many of those increased numbers are reflected in the budget proposal that's come out of our admin council. But we still have a big gap in the budget to fill. Last year, we chose to pass a deficit budget. We anticipated that our expenditures would be a little bit more than our income. This year, our administrative council felt that it was important to clearly communicate to the congregation what exactly we need in terms of giving in order to sustain the life of this community of faith in the year ahead at the level at which we currently enjoy. And so we set an ambitious pledge goal. It is increased significantly over last year's pledge goal, and we're trusting that between our longtime members and new members and guests, we will be able to meet our needs as a community in 2023. There are shortcomings to the budget as proposed. Among other things, it doesn't offer a cost of living increase for our staff, nor does it really adequately fund missions. But this is where faith comes into play. We trust that God will continue to provide. God has provided for us as a congregation in the past, and we trust that God continues to provide in some ways that are obvious and in some ways that are mysterious. But our administration council wanted to be clear about what we need as a church, and then to offer an invitation, trusting that we all will respond, and we will all respond in different ways. Some of us will choose to increase our pledge this year. That's what my wife and I are choosing to do. Some of us will choose to pledge for the first time. Some of us will find other ways to chip in and give to the life of the church. To me, it's so clear that there is so much vitality in this congregation, in Williamsburg Baptist Church in the year 2022. We had a wonderful new member and visitor orientation this past Sunday. We had 5 of our newer attendees and who were participating in that, and it was so clear from the conversation that we shared that we are doing something vital in this area, and that we as a congregation are uniquely positioned to offer God's love and acceptance in Williamsburg and beyond. I anticipate that 2023 will bring more of what we've seen in 22, more meaningful worship, deeper conversations in our spiritual formation groups, more opportunities to gather for meals and fellowship, and even more opportunities to serve in mission. I also expect that we'll keep seeing new faces in the pews each week. Believe it or not, I think 1 week has passed in the last 6 months where I haven't met someone new on a Sunday morning. And there are an awful lot of churches out there that would love to be in that sort of situation. And so as we see folks coming in the door, the challenge to us continues to be, how do we welcome them into not only our space, but into full life and participation in this community of faith? I think that if we keep thinking creatively and finding ways to do that, what we'll see is that people keep coming forward to say, this place feels like home to me. I'd like to join you all as a member, and find ways to partner together to do God's work here in Williamsburg and beyond. We as a church have come through a really hard couple of years, or going on 3 years now, of the pandemic, and we have come through it intact. And that is in no small part due to the faithfulness and dedication of our committed core group of key leaders. Now, on the other side of the pandemic, we are not only surviving, but in so many ways, we are thriving. And that's so clear in the life of this community as we worship together. It's so clear to me when other pastors and churches reach out to me and say, tell me what y'all are doing at Williamsburg Baptist, because y'all clearly have something special going on there. And it's such a wonderful and unique and beautiful time in the life of this congregation. I'm excited to continue on this journey together with you all, and I'm so grateful for you and for all the ways in which I see God at work in our midst in this place. God bless you. Thanks so much for listening. Take care.